The Secret of Spiritual Realms Explained. Lesson 1. Acknowledging Spiritual Realms. You're on the right path when you start acknowledging the existence of spiritual realms. It's a step that signifies a deepening of awareness, a recognition that there's more to existence than meets the eye. By accepting the reality of spiritual dimensions, you're broadening your understanding of the universe and your place within it. Now let's analyze why this acknowledgement matters. You're not just accepting a concept. You're opening yourself up to a new perspective. This shift in viewpoint can yield profound insights into the nature of reality and self, enhancing your overall life experience. You're not just living in a physical world, you're participating in a broader, interconnected cosmos. However, it's crucial to approach this exploration with respect. Spiritual realms, by their nature, are sacred and should be approached with a sense of reverence. It's not about exploiting these dimensions for personal gain or out of idle curiosity. It's about understanding the interconnectedness of all life and the profound implications this has for how we live and interact with the world. Finally, remember that acknowledging spiritual realms doesn't mean you've all the answers. It's a journey of exploration and learning, one that requires patience, humility, and an open mind. It's about seeking understanding, not absolute certainty. You're embarking on a journey that may challenge your assumptions, expand your horizons, and deepen your appreciation for the mystery and beauty of existence. Lesson 2. The Spiritual Realm Beliefs. In your study of the origins of these beliefs, you'll uncover a rich tapestry of thought spanning various cultures and time periods. The view in spiritual realms isn't a modern construct, but rather a timeless concept deeply rooted in human consciousness. From the ancient Egyptians' belief in the field of reeds, to the Norse concept of the 9 worlds, to the Christian faith in heaven and hell, you'll find a plethora of diverse interpretations of these unseen dimensions. You'll notice that despite their cultural differences, these beliefs share a common thread: the assertion that life doesn't end with physical death. Instead, it transitions into a different state of existence within a spiritual realm. This provides comfort and a sense of purpose to many, instilling optimism in face of the inevitable. Moreover, you'll find that these beliefs have significantly influenced societal norms and behaviors. They've shaped moral codes, inspired great works of art and literature, and have even dictated political decisions. The power and influence of these beliefs is undeniable, reflecting humanity's innate desire to understand the mysteries of life and death and what lies beyond. Your exploration of these beliefs will lead you to a deeper understanding of the human condition and the enduring quest for existential meaning. It's a fascinating journey that reveals as much about human psychology and culture as it does about the nature of the spiritual realms themselves. As you delve deeper, you'll find the concept of astral planes waiting for your exploration. Lesson 3. The concept of astral planes. Diving into the concept of astral planes, you'll encounter another fascinating layer of belief systems concerning life beyond the physical world. It's a concept widely recognized in esoteric philosophy and spiritual traditions. Essentially, the astral plane is believed to be an invisible world existing alongside our own, but at a higher vibrational frequency. It's a place where thoughts, dreams, and emotions manifest in a tangible way. You may wonder where this concept originated. The term astral plane dates back to theosophical literature of the 19th century, although the idea itself can be traced back to ancient traditions, such as Hinduism and Neoplatonism. These traditions held the belief that our souls or consciousness could exist and travel outside the physical body, often during sleep or meditative states. This journey is typically referred to as an astral projection. It's important to understand that the astral plane isn't viewed as a physical place, but rather a level of consciousness, an intermediary realm between the earthly plane and the divine. Supporters of this theory emphasize that our thoughts and emotions can directly influence our experiences in the astral realm. It's seen as a reflection of our inner state, serving as an arena for growth and self-discovery. To summarize, the concept of astral planes provides a fascinating insight into the beliefs about existence beyond the physical realm. As you delve deeper, you'll find a rich tapestry of theories, each offering a unique perspective on the spiritual dimensions of reality. Lesson 4. Different types of spiritual realms. Exploring further, you'll discover there are various types of metaphysical dimensions, each with its unique characteristics and entities. These spiritual realms, described in many ancient texts and spiritual traditions, encompass different levels of existence beyond our physical world. First, there's the astral plane, a realm often associated with dreams and out-of-body experiences. It's known for its vibrant colors, surreal landscapes, and various astral entities. Here, you're not bound by the laws of physics. Instead, thought and emotion shape your experience. Then follows the mental plane, a dimension of higher consciousness. It is a realm of pure thought, where knowledge and wisdom are integral. It's a place where higher learning and spiritual growth occur, often visualized as a vast library or a place of learning. Beyond that's the causal plane, a realm of life blueprints and karmic patterns. It's here where your soul's journey and past life experiences are recorded. It's often visualized as a river of light, where every ripple represents an event or decision from your past. Lastly, the spiritual plane is the highest level of existence, where pure consciousness prevails. It's often associated with divine love, unity, and enlightenment. It's a realm where you may encounter enlightened beings or feel an overwhelming sense of peace and interconnectedness. Lesson 5. The role of spirituality in defining realms. Understanding the essence of these metaphysical dimensions, you'll realize how integral a role your inner beliefs and enlightenment play in shaping them. This isn't just about religious doctrines or moral compasses, but rather the spiritual energy you emanate, which ultimately defines your connection to these realms. Consider your spirituality as a unique prism. The light of the universe passes through it, refracting into diverse spiritual realms, each representing different aspects of your deeper self. Your thoughts, your emotions, your intentions. They all contribute to this refractive process. You're not a passive receiver, but an active creator of your spiritual reality. Moreover, your spiritual growth or enlightenment isn't just about achieving a higher state of consciousness. It's a journey, an ongoing process of refinement. As you evolve spiritually, so do the realms you resonate with. You could connect more with realms of love, peace, or wisdom, reflecting your inner transformation. But it's not just about you. It's a collective process, a shared journey. Every individual's spiritual evolution contributes to the collective spiritual consciousness, shaping the metaphysical fabric of our universe. So, your spiritual journey, your connection with these realms, has a broader impact than you might realize. It's essential, therefore, to approach spirituality with a sense of responsibility. It's not just about finding peace or seeking enlightenment. It's about contributing positively to the spiritual evolution of our universe. So, keep exploring, keep growing, and remember, your spirituality isn't just shaping your spiritual realms, it's shaping our collective spiritual reality. Lesson 6. Spiritual realms, your universal concept. You'll find that this concept isn't confined to any one culture or belief system. Rather, it's a universally acknowledged idea. The idea of spiritual realms is pervasive across the globe. It's embedded in the fabric of many diverse societies, from the Abrahamic religions of the Middle East to the animistic beliefs of indigenous cultures. You see, spiritual realms aren't a product of a singular civilization's imagination. They're an interpretation of the world and life, a way to make sense of the unexplainable or the mysterious. It's about understanding the connection between the physical and the metaphysical, the seen and the unseen. However, there isn't a one-size-fits-all description for these realms. In Hinduism, the spiritual realms are seen as different planes of existence, each having unique characteristics. In Christianity, there's the concept of heaven and hell. In Buddhism, there are 6 realms of existence, from heavenly beings to hell beings. It's fascinating how, despite cultural and geographical differences, there's a shared understanding of these spiritual domains. It's a testament to humanity's innate desire to comprehend the profound nature of existence, to grapple with questions of the afterlife, and to seek spiritual enlightenment. In essence, the concept of spiritual realms is a universal language, a shared narrative that transcends cultural boundaries. It's an idea that resonates with the human spirit no matter where you're from or what you believe. It's an integral part of our collective consciousness, a common thread that weaves together the tapestry of human spirituality. Lesson 7. The reality of angels and demons. Moving beyond the universal concept of spiritual realms, let's delve into the reality of angels and demons, a fascinating subject that has intrigued humanity for ages. You might ask, are angels and demons real? It's important to remember that your perspective will largely depend on your cultural, religious, and personal beliefs. Many world religions, for instance, hold strong convictions about the existence and roles of these beings in the spiritual realm. Angels, often depicted as benevolent celestial beings, are believed to act as intermediaries between God and humans, offering guidance, protection, and sometimes direct messages from the divine. On the other hand, demons are typically portrayed as malevolent entities, causing chaos, temptation, or outright harm. These portrayals aren't merely figments of imagination or folklore, but are deeply rooted in religious texts and traditions. However, it's also worth noting that many secular perspectives view angels and demons purely as symbolic or metaphorical figures, representing the dichotomy of good and evil within human nature and society. Analyzing these perspectives, it's clear that the reality of angels and demons is multifaceted, based mainly on personal beliefs and interpretations. Respect for these varying views is crucial when discussing such topics. Regardless of whether they are literal beings or symbolic representations, angels and demons play an essential role in our recognition of the spiritual realm. This leads us to consider the intriguing interconnectivity of the physical and spiritual realms, which we'll explore in the following section. Lesson 8. The interconnectivity of physical and spiritual realms. Diving into the interplay between the physical and the mystical, you'll find it's a captivating concept that bridges our tangible world with the unseen one. This complex relationship, often explored in various philosophical and religious discourses, presents a framework by which we can decipher the intricacies of our existence. You might wonder how these two disparate realms can be interconnected, but when you delve deeper, you'll realize that they aren't as separate as they seem. The physical realm is what you perceive through your senses. It's tactile, visible, and concrete. However, the spiritual realm is more elusive, often defined by individual beliefs and personal experiences. Many cultures and religions propose that this spiritual realm influences the physical one, and vice versa. For instance, in some spiritual doctrines, physical actions like prayer, meditation, or rituals are believed to tap into the spiritual realm, eliciting responses that manifest in our physical reality. Likewise, physical phenomena, such as natural disasters or illnesses, are sometimes interpreted as reflections of spiritual conditions or battles. It's a fascinating symbiosis that challenges our understanding of the world and prompts us to question the boundaries of our perception. Despite the difficulty of comprehending this interconnectivity, it's crucial for your holistic understanding of spiritual realms. As you grapple with these concepts, you'll begin to appreciate the depth and breadth of the interplay between the physical and spiritual realms. This exploration will ultimately pave the way to delve into the subsequent section about the influence of spiritual realms on the conscious mind. Lesson 9. The influence of spiritual realms on the conscious mind. Let's now shift your focus to the profound impact that unseen forces can have on your conscious mind. Spiritual realms, though invisible to the naked eye, influence your consciousness in subtle yet significant ways. They shape your thoughts, emotions, and, ultimately, your actions. You're not merely a physical entity, but a complex being operating in both physical and spiritual dimensions simultaneously. As you journey through life, you're continuously interacting with these invisible realms. These unseen forces can guide you towards self-awareness and growth, or they can lead you to confusion and despair. It's crucial to understand that you've the power to choose which energies you allow to influence your conscious mind. Your consciousness serves as a bridge, connecting your physical existence with the spiritual realms. It's through this bridge that these unseen forces exert their influence. They can either uplift or disturb your mental and emotional state, depending on their nature and your openness to them. The influence of spiritual realms on your conscious mind isn't a topic to be taken lightly. It's a subject that requires careful and respectful analysis. You may need to comprehend the depth of this interconnectivity fully, but acknowledging its existence is the first step in understanding the realms. Lesson 10. The mystery of life after death. You're likely curious about the mystery of life after death, a topic that's intrigued humanity throughout history. It's a natural curiosity, one that stems from our inherent desire to understand our place in the universe. Death, in all its uncertainty, raises questions about the nature of existence, the essence of consciousness, and the possibility of spiritual realms. Throughout recorded history, cultures across the globe have developed beliefs and traditions surrounding death and the afterlife. These beliefs, rich and diverse in their details, underline a universal yearning for continuity, a hope that life, in some form, persists beyond physical demise. We find comfort in the idea of an afterlife, a realm where our consciousness, our personality, perhaps even our soul, continues to exist. Science, in its relentless pursuit of understanding, has also ventured into this realm of mystery. Near-death experiences, for instance, are being studied with rigorous curiosity. Reports of ethereal lights, feelings of peace, and encounters with deceased loved ones, while subjective, offer tantalizing hints of what may lie beyond. Yet, despite our scientific strides, the afterlife remains enigmatic, mainly in a spiritual realm shrouded in mystery. It's a question we've yet to definitively answer, a puzzle we're still piecing together. It's a topic that demands respect, patience, and open-mindedness as we grapple with its complexity. In the end, the mystery of life after death deepens our intrigue in the spiritual realms. It's this intrigue that propels us to the next phase of our exploration, the concept of heaven and hell. Lesson 11. Exploration of heaven and hell concepts. In your exploration of the concepts of heaven and hell, it's crucial to approach them with an open mind, as interpretations can vary greatly across different cultures and religions. The Christian faith, for instance, often depicts heaven as a paradise filled with peace and joy and hell as a realm of eternal suffering. In contrast, Buddhism doesn't necessarily perceive these realms as places for afterlife reward or punishment, but rather as states of mind that one can experience in the present life. It's essential to consider these interpretations not as definitive truths, but as symbolic representations born from cultural and religious perspectives. They're part of religious doctrine and part of the moral compass, serving to guide human behavior in the physical world. In many cultures, the promise of heaven and the fear of hell provide potent incentives for ethical conduct. Yet, it's also worth noting that these concepts aren't always used to enforce morality. In some spiritual traditions, Heaven and hell are seen more as metaphors for inner states of enlightenment and ignorance. Understanding these diverse perspectives can deepen your appreciation for the complexity of spiritual realms. It's not simply about paradise and punishment, but a rich tapestry of beliefs that reflect our deepest hopes, fears, and inquiries into the nature of existence. By exploring these concepts, you're delving into a significant aspect of human culture and spirituality. In the following section, we'll consider how these spiritual realms have shaped and influenced various cultures and religions around the world. Lesson 12. The impact of spiritual realms on cultures and religions. Looking into how heaven and hell have shaped cultures and religions around the world, you'll find that these concepts have had profound impacts on societal norms and individual behaviors. They've served as moral compasses, guiding individuals on paths of righteousness and discouraging them from transgressions. This has sculpted societal norms around the globe, influencing the laws and ethics that govern civilizations. In Christianity, the belief in heaven as a reward and hell as a punishment has significantly influenced the religion's moral teachings. You'll find that this belief has encouraged followers to live virtuous lives, promoting peace, love, and kindness while deterring acts of hatred and violence. Islam shares similar perspectives, with heaven, Jannah, depicted as a place of eternal bliss and hell, Jahannam, as a domain of torment. These ideas have had a significant impact on the religious practices and societal norms of Islamic cultures. In Buddhism, the realms of heaven and hell aren't eternal, but part of the cycle of samsara. This has fostered a culture of mindfulness and compassion, as every action could impact one's rebirth. Hinduism, with its diverse interpretations of heaven, swarga, and hell, naraka, has emphasized the law of karma, influencing Indian society's outlook on fate, justice, and morality. You'll find that these spiritual realms' depictions haven't only shaped religious teachings, but also permeated art, literature, and philosophy, reflecting and influencing cultural attitudes towards life, death, and morality. In essence, heaven and hell continue to shape our worldview, underscoring the enduring impact of these spiritual realms on human culture and religion. Lesson 13. Personal experiences with the spiritual realms. Beyond shaping entire societies and cultures, these metaphysical territories also profoundly influence individual lives and personal experiences. Whether it's a sense of connection, a feeling of transcendence, or solace during challenging times, spiritual realms often play a crucial role in personal development and understanding. You might have experienced these moments yourself, where reality seems to bend and you feel a deep connection with something greater than yourself. Consider the ways in which spirituality can guide personal journeys. The spiritual realm can be a source of comfort, providing a sense of order and purpose that transcends the physical world. When faced with life's trials, you may turn to these metaphysical territories for solace and understanding. They could offer you a perspective that sees beyond the immediate, embracing the vastness of existence. Furthermore, spiritual experiences can be transformative, reshaping your worldview and influencing your actions. For instance, you might have had an experience that led to self-reflection, subsequently changing your behavior or thought patterns. These spiritually charged moments can reveal profound truths about yourself and the world around you. In essence, these spiritual realms are deeply personal, unique to each individual's experiences and perceptions. They can be sources of comfort, transformation, and profound understanding. However, it's also crucial to acknowledge the diversity of these experiences, as what's spiritually significant to one might not be to another. As we delve deeper into our exploration, let's now turn our attention to how these spiritual realms manifest and interact in modern society. Lesson 14. Spiritual realms in modern society. You'll notice that modern society often reflects these metaphysical territories in unexpected ways. It's as though spiritual realms, often disregarded as intangible or fantastical, find ways to seep into our physical world. Take, for instance, the rise of mindfulness practices, yoga, and meditation. These aren't merely fitness trends. They're rooted in ancient spiritual beliefs about the mind-body-spirit connection. They offer a pathway to deeper consciousness, a door to the spiritual realms, if you will. Have you ever considered the popularity of crystal healing and the use of essential oils? They're often dismissed as pseudoscience, but for many, they serve as conduits to spiritual realms. Crystals, each with their unique properties, are believed to channel energy and foster healing. Essential oils, too, are more than just pleasant scents. They're used in aromatherapy, a practice that operates on the belief that certain aromas can stimulate brain function, promoting health and well-being. Even our literature and art echo spiritual realms. The influx of books, movies, and artwork exploring themes of afterlife, angels, demons, and reincarnation speaks volumes about our society's fascination with the metaphysical. These narratives and images not only entertain, but also provoke thought and encourage exploration of spiritual realms. Lesson 15. The role of meditation in accessing spiritual realms. In your pursuit of deeper consciousness, meditation plays a crucial role, serving as a bridge to dimensions often unseen in our everyday existence. Through the practice of meditation, you're able to quiet the mind, focus your attention, and tap into the spiritual realms that exist beyond the physical world. It's like a portal, accessible at any time, that can transport you to places unseen, unheard, and untouched by our physical senses. But how does this work exactly? It's believed that when you meditate, you're tuning into a different frequency of consciousness. Just as a radio picks up signals from various channels, your mind, when stilled and focused, can pick up impressions from other dimensions. You might wonder, isn't meditation simply a relaxation technique? Well, yes and no. While it's true that meditation can help reduce stress and promote relaxation, that's not its only function. It's also a tool for spiritual exploration. When you meditate, you're not just calming the mind, you're also opening it up to new possibilities and insights. It's like peeling away the layers of an onion, revealing the deeper truths that lie within. As you continue to meditate, don't be surprised if you start to experience things that can't be explained by conventional wisdom. You might have visions, hear voices, or feel sensations that don't correspond to anything in the physical world. Don't be afraid of these experiences. Embrace them. They're signs that you're accessing the spiritual realms, and they can offer profound insights into the nature of reality and your place within it. Lesson 15. The purpose of spiritual guides. Having explored the role of meditation in accessing spiritual realms, let's now delve into the purpose of spiritual guides in our spiritual journey. You might wonder, why do we need spiritual principles? Well, they serve critical roles in guiding us through the complexities and mysteries of the spiritual world. A spiritual guide, like a tour guide in a foreign country, assists you in navigating unfamiliar territories of the spiritual realm. They're like lighthouses, providing direction amid the often turbulent sea of spiritual exploration. They offer wisdom, insight, and a reassuring presence, ensuring you don't lose your way. Beyond guidance, spiritual guides also act as teachers. They don't just show you the path, they help you understand it. They illuminate aspects of the spiritual world that might seem incomprehensible or intimidating. They provide teachings that transform confusion into clarity, fear into courage, and uncertainty into certainty. Moreover, spiritual guides can help facilitate personal growth and transformation. They challenge your perspectives, encouraging you to confront your fears and limiting beliefs. They push you to grow, evolve, and embrace your highest potential. Lastly, Spiritual guides offer emotional and psychological support. The journey towards spiritual enlightenment can be challenging, filled with trials and tribulations. Your guide is there to provide comfort, encouragement, and understanding during these testing times. In essence, the purpose of spiritual guides is multifaceted, encompassing guidance, teaching, personal growth, and emotional support. They're invaluable allies in your spiritual quest, helping you navigate, comprehend, and grow amidst the intricate landscape of the spiritual realms. Lesson 16. Exploring the idea of soul travel. Let's dive right into the intriguing concept of soul travel, where you're believed to journey beyond the confines of your physical body into other dimensions of existence. This is no simple flight of fancy, but rather a profound spiritual practice rooted in ancient wisdom and modern metaphysical exploration. At the heart of soul travel is the belief that you're much more than your physical form. You're an eternal soul, capable of transcending time, space, and physical limitations. Proponents of this theory contend that during sleep or deep meditation, your soul can detach from your body and journey to other realms. You might wonder why you'd want to undertake such a journey. Well, soul travel is said to offer unparalleled opportunities for spiritual growth and self-discovery. It's a chance to gain wisdom from higher planes of existence, to revisit past lives, and even to communicate with other souls. Critics, however, argue that such experiences may be nothing more than vivid dreams or hallucinations. They caution against placing too much stock in subjective experiences that can't be objectively verified. Yet proponents counter that soul travel, like other spiritual practices, is inherently subjective and personal. It's about personal growth and self-understanding, not empirical proof. Whether you're skeptical or open-minded about soul travel, it's an intriguing concept that challenges our understanding of reality and ourselves. As you continue your exploration of spiritual realms, consider these perspectives. As we transition to our next topic, we'll delve into another concept deeply intertwined with soul travel: the theory of reincarnation. Lesson 17. The theory of reincarnation. You're now stepping into the realm of reincarnation theory, where it's believed that your soul doesn't just travel, it also experiences multiple lives. This concept posits that life isn't a one-time journey. Rather, it's a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Your soul, the essence of who you are, is thought to carry on, to learn, evolve, and grow through countless lifetimes. The theory of reincarnation is revered in many religious disciplines worldwide, such as Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. It's seen as a process of spiritual development, a journey towards enlightenment. In these traditions, karma, the law of moral cause and effect, plays a crucial role. It's believed that your actions in one life will determine the circumstances of your next one. However, reincarnation is only sometimes accepted. Skeptics question the lack of empirical evidence and the inability to remember past lives. They argue that the theory is untestable and thus falls outside the domain of scientific inquiry. Supporters counter this by pointing to children who claim to recall past lives or the deep-seated, unexplainable fears and preferences that could hint at previous existences. Regardless of your stance, the theory of reincarnation offers a unique perspective on life, death, and what might lie beyond. It challenges our understanding of consciousness and its permanence, raising profound questions about the nature of our existence. As we delve deeper into these spiritual realms, the question arises: can spirituality and science coexist? In our next section, we'll explore this intriguing intersection. Lesson 18. Spirituality and science, can they coexist? Moving on from our exploration of reincarnation, let's now delve into a great topic that's sure to pique your interest. Can spirituality and science coexist? It's an age-old debate. Spirituality often requires acceptance of the unseen and the unproven, whereas science demands empirical evidence for every claim. You might think they're at odds, but let's not be so hasty. Consider this. Some argue that science and spirituality are simply two sides of the same coin. Both are ways of understanding the world around us. Science seeks to explain the how of our existence, while spirituality aims to explain the why. They aren't necessarily contradictory, they're complementary. You're looking at the world through two different lenses. Think about the Big Bang Theory. Science explains it as a massive explosion that led to the formation of the universe. But what about the moments before? What sparked this event? Some might turn to spirituality to find answers to these questions. Moreover, the field of quantum physics has blurred the lines between science and spirituality. Concepts like entanglement and superposition are challenging our perceptions of reality. Are there spiritual implications to these scientific discoveries? Some certainly think so. Lesson 19. Unveiling the Unknown. Personal Growth Through Spiritual Exploration. In the pursuit of personal development, it is worthwhile to investigate lesser-known aspects of existence in order to broaden your perspectives and deepen your understanding of yourself. One such aspect is the spiritual realm. It's an area often overlooked due to its abstract nature or the skepticism it might induce. However, dismissing spiritual exploration could limit your potential for personal growth. By acknowledging a spiritual dimension, you're opening yourself up to new possibilities and experiences. You're allowing yourself to question, to wonder, and to seek answers beyond the material world. You're challenging your conventional beliefs and perceptions, which can lead to profound self-discovery and enlightenment. Spiritual exploration isn't about accepting everything without question. Rather, it's about critical thinking and analysis. You're encouraged to question, to seek evidence, and to arrive at your own conclusions. This analytical approach is instrumental in fostering intellectual and spiritual growth. It allows you to forge an individual spiritual path, one that resonates with your personal beliefs and experiences. Spiritual exploration is also about compassion and understanding. It's about recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and cultivating empathy. This can lead to personal growth by fostering emotional intelligence and enhancing interpersonal relationships. Remember, spiritual exploration is a personal journey. It's unique to each individual, and there's no right or wrong path. Embrace the journey with an open mind and heart, and you'll likely find that it enriches your life in unexpected ways. This exploration of personal growth through spiritual realms is just one perspective, and as we move forward, we'll delve into global perspectives on spiritual realms. Lesson 20. Global Perspectives on Spiritual Realms. After delving into the realm of personal growth through spiritual exploration, it's time to broaden your horizons. Let's shift our focus to the global perspectives of spiritual realms. You'll find that understanding these realms isn't just a personal journey, but also a collective one that spans cultures, traditions, and geographical boundaries. Across the globe, you'll find a myriad of beliefs and interpretations about spiritual realms. In Buddhism, for example, you'll encounter the concept of multiple realms of existence, including the human, heavenly, and hell realms. In Christianity, there's the belief in heaven and hell, and in many indigenous cultures, there's an understanding of spiritual realms that are deeply entwined with the natural world. It's fascinating to see how these spiritual realms, though diverse in their specifics, often share common themes. They all offer a framework for making sense of life's mysteries, providing solace, guidance, and a sense of purpose. What's critical when exploring these global perspectives is to approach them with respect and openness. You're not just learning about different beliefs, but also about the values and experiences that shape entire cultures and communities. In closing, consider this. 84% of the world's population identifies with a spiritual group. That's a significant majority seeking answers in the unseen realms. Yet, regardless of belief, the exploration of spiritual realms encourages personal growth and understanding. It's a journey that invites curiosity, awe, and often a deeper connection with the cosmos. So remain open, inquisitive, and respectful of all interpretations of spirituality. After all, the pursuit of knowledge is a spiritual quest in itself. Thanks for listening to or reading this from Audiobooks Office.